And there is more drama that's in fact coming in from the blue camp in the United States. The epicenter of a political storm is, of course, Joe Biden, an incumbent leader who is fighting his own party for his re-election bid. With each passing day, the uprising within the party seems to be getting stronger. There are senior voices such as that of Nancy Pelosi and even former President Barack Obama who are now waking up and are weighing in on the discussion surrounding Biden's mental abilities. Later reports revealed that the reality may have sunk in for Joe Biden finally. The 81-year-old American president is said to be mulling over his decision to continue, as demands to quit continue to grow from within the party's quarters. But it's not just the Democrat lawmakers who are worried. The blue camp's financiers, especially Biden's own donors, are unsure if the president can even take on and survive the contest with Donald Trump. The poll numbers also pose a challenge for Joe Biden on several fronts, and here's what the numbers look like.
Between July 13th and July 18th, at least 10 polls showed Trump with a durable lead. If you look at the poll conducted by YouGov in collaboration with CBS News, Donald Trump holds a 5% lead over President Joe Biden. 47% of the registered voters preferred Biden, with 52% preferred Trump in the 2024 presidential race. SoCal research gave Trump a 6% lead over Biden, and Biden got the support of 45% respondents as against 51% of Trump. Now, RMG research showed Biden at 46% and Trump at 51%. Morning Consult showed a 4-point difference with Biden at 42% and Trump at 46%. Now, Emerson College gave Trump a 6% lead. As per the poll, Biden has the choice of 38% and Donald Trump at 44%. Ipsos, however, maintained that a nip-and-tuck affair weighted the U.S. with Biden at 39% and Donald Trump at 40%. And as suggested by polls, with Biden at the helm of Democrats are staring at a complete wipeout. To prevent that, the heavyweights, including former President Barack Obama, have privately conveyed to Joe Biden that he needs to reflect on his candidacy. A recent survey shows that 67% Democrats want Biden to withdraw from the race and allow his party to select a different nominee for this November. The survey conducted between July 11th and 15th shows that Biden faces resistance from his own party, with only 35% of the Democrats saying that he should stay in the race. Now the question arises, if Biden bows to the mounting pressure and ends his re-election bid, who would be his replacement? Nearly 4 in 5 Democrats say that they would vouch for incumbent Vice President Kamala Harris. An Economist YouGov poll found that 79% of Democrats would favor the change in party's presidential nominee.
So with all that's happening in the blue camp, a crucial meeting was also postponed. The Democrats had earlier planned to hold a virtual roll call to push for Biden's nomination ahead of the Democrat National Convention in August. However, the party released a letter postponing the virtual vote, which will now be held after the 1st of August. There is yet another twist in the saga. In the latest, Biden's campaign chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, has put out a clear statement backing the president's place in the presidential race. Now, Dillon acknowledged a quote-unquote slippage in support for the president, but insisted that Biden absolutely still remains in the race. Right now, Biden remains in isolation after he tested positive for COVID. There is no clarity on what his next course of action will be. The mood within the party is very tense and the rift is out in the open. And we earlier spoke with John Bolton, the former assistant to the President for National Security Affairs and also a former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Listen to what he had to say.
It's very hard to predict the outcome of this election. I mean, the Democrats are facing a choice between certain defeat, which is what happens if they leave Biden on the ticket, and probable defeat, which is what they face if they take him on the take him off the ticket and try and replace him with someone else. They should have made this change a year ago. Biden originally said he would be a one-term president. He could have retired gracefully a year ago. They could have had a primary process. It was unfortunately, sadly for Biden himself, all too evident that we could be at this point, and yet nobody was willing to persuade him to step aside. So the Democrats are in real trouble. I think Trump is very likely to win. The real question is, how big will the Republican majority in the Senate and the House be? I think it could be quite substantial.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.